Hello, hello. Sorry. Can you guys hear me? Alright, hi everyone! Welcome back. This is my second stream ever. So we're gonna do some stuff a little bit different today. Hope you guys are doing well. Hello, hello. I'm drawing Power today. Hopefully we'll be finishing her today. But, so for the VOD viewers who are gonna be watching this later, I have a new setup. So if you're just interested in watching me draw, I'm gonna have a Q&A session at the start of every hour for 5 minutes. So you can just skip that if you want. So we're at the first hour. So from 0 minutes to 5 minutes, I will be chatting with my lovely chat. And after then, I'll be drawing and just kind of casually talking about what I'm drawing. Then at hour 1, like 1 hour, I'll do another Q&A session for everybody. And then at hour 2, that'll be the final one. Sound good? Is it really pixelated? Maybe your quality is a little bit low. yeah, it might just be like, you have to like manually set the quality. I've inspired you so much. Oh, you guys inspire me. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. I inspire you to make your own characters. That's so sweet. I'm so happy. You have an assignment due? Hey, just leave me on as background noise and work on your assignment. I do not mind. Or unless I'm too distracting, then just turn me off. Hi, Kusanali. This is your first time watching me live? Welcome. Thank you so much, Shortcake. Okay, hi, Laura. You guys are so cute. You like my art because you can tell it's me from anywhere. That's so sweet. Thank you for the compliment. How's my day? My day was good. I was just doing like a little bit of like busy work earlier, helping my dad out with something, but your reset video made me have faith in my art journey. Thanks. Aw, thank you so much, Lily. That's so sweet. Yay! I'll lurk on mute. Okay, good luck, good luck. You're gonna quit art because of me and you kept going. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Okie dokie. Can I say hi to you? Hi, Stardust. I promise, because I'm just a normal person like you, but you don't have to like just say hi. I'll say hi back. I'm not anyone like super special, so don't like think that I'm some sort of strange alien being from afar. I'm just a person just like you. So I haven't played Danganronpa, but I have seen a lot of it. I've seen a lot of fan art. Love watching my art process. Thank you. So just to reiterate, guys, I'll just be doing a little Q&A at the first 5 minutes of every hour. Then I'll just be casually drawing afterwards. So if you ever have like some specific questions about the art that I'm doing, or just like about art in general, or just something you're just dying to ask me, just every hour I will be answering the questions. Do I play Genshin? I play a little bit of Genshin. How'd you find your art style? I developed it just like over years of collecting things I like and just drawing those things. So I used to like dolls and stuff, so sometimes you can have like, sometimes my art has like a little bit of an eerie doll-like look, so I really like that kind of stuff. Do I play Honkai? I do not. But the designs are really pretty. Hi Stardust, and hi Laura. I think I've said hi to a few people now. Hi Squiggle. How long have I been drawing? I have been drawing since I was really little. Favorite character from Genshin? It is Venti. How long does it take to paint or draw my art pieces? Depends. 4 hours, sometimes for something that's like a painting. I am planning to do an eye tutorial again in the future. I have one on my channel already, but I'm planning to do some more. I'm gonna cut off the questions here at Yuzu. What's your favorite anime? So I'll just answer everything I see above that. My favorite anime character, I don't have one at the moment. My favorite anime? I don't have one at the moment. I haven't been watching much anime recently, but I think I like Chihaya Furu. That's like something that I always think about. What pen do I use? I my pen tablet that I use is the Intuos Pro M. And how do I get ideas to draw custom characters? I get it from everywhere. I recommend you watch like a bunch of shows and try to look at characters that you like and understand why you like them and what kind of design elements the creator uses to make that character's personality shine. And that's it. So, okay, I'll just be cutting off the Q&A there, but hi again, everyone. I'll be generally here. I'm just going to be talking about my art now. I'm going to be drawing now. So for all the VOD viewers, at this point on, I will be drawing, so do not worry. I remember there was a comment asking me, or saying that they were waiting for me to draw hands, but they were like impatiently waiting and I didn't do it. So I'm sorry to that one commenter and everybody else that commented on that. I will draw the hands now. So you can watch me draw hands. So it's nothing special. This is just gonna be like a casual little piece, so I'm gonna try not to spend too much time like perfecting it or being a perfectionist, which is what I usually do. So, so I like to use a dense watercolor brush. It's like my favorite brush to use. So I'm just going to work on these hands here. Because I did it really fast, it's kind of like really messy, but I am going to just add some base here so I know exactly what I am doing. Oh, if you've watched one of my old videos, I like to redline stuff, so I'm going to be redlining this actually, so I can see it more clearly. I'm going to be fixing some of the fingers here. I hope you guys have been having a good day. Some people are gonna ask me, so the program I draw in is Clip Studio Paint Pro, and at the moment I'm just using the default brush, which is the dense watercolor brush. I don't really do anything too interesting to it, so if you see like I have settings on the left side, it's just kind of like random settings I change, and I always change it. I don't have like a specific kind of like setting for everything, in case you're wondering. Oh, wondering? Wondering I can speak, I swear. I'm doing great. Relaxing. I had some Vietnamese coffee, so I am very happy at the moment. Black again, and grab some. At the moment, so the brush you see me that I just picked out, it's just a round brush. It's nothing special. But I did download this from an artist called Ramon90, if you're curious, but it's just a round brush. It's nothing special. You can just like get the same thing very easily. So right now I'm just cleaning it, making sure that everything is clear for me to see when I make like changes. I'm just gonna move this a little bit to the side here. And then, I know a few people were curious about this last stream. The music I'm listening to is by an artist called Titanium. colors and lighting are so pretty. Thanks. An expert VTuber creator using PNGs. People always were commenting on this, like, why are you using a PNG? Why aren't you using a prettier model? Most of the models I make are for clients, and I never really had time to make a model for myself. But I just cannot commit. I can't commit to an OC design. You guys know what I mean? Like, I'm too scared to commit to like any design and be like, spend hours making a model, and I'm like, this is gonna be me for the next year probably, and I can't commit. So I feel like PNG tubers are less like commitment. But I will have like a VTuber eventually. In case you guys are like wondering why, that's why. Thank you guys. And if you feel the same way, I would definitely recommend you guys just start off with like a PNG tuber. I do not think that you need a VTuber model like right away, especially if you don't know exactly what you want. Like, you don't need to commit to it. Do the same thing here. I'm gonna redline it. The hand dye that is. PNG tubers are like a great middle ground, and VTubers take a lot of work, so I definitely don't judge anyone who uses a PNG. Sometimes I find it like really nice too, depending on like a lot of things. So don't feel like you need to have a VTuber to like do anything that you want, like make content or stream. You definitely don't need it. It's just nice. Like anything else, but it's resources, right? So if you don't have the time to, or the money, or the whatever to make it, then you don't have to. There's always compromises. Sounds cool. It's really nice and very easy to do, so I recommend it. Oh my god, I made this hand so ugly. Trying to figure out what I was trying to achieve here. You like how I do the base of the hand? Yeah. I should probably done this from the beginning. So do as I say, not as I do. Please do it from the beginning so you can make your life easier and not like hell like mine. But sometimes when I'm doing sketches, I just try to like get the idea out as fast as I can. That's more important to me than getting like the anatomy right on the first try. So I used to pronounce anatomy like anatomy, and people would always get mad at me. But like, to be fair, I learned most of my vocabulary through like reading and text, so I never heard people say a lot of words. Drawing hands is a nightmare. Yeah, it's not like the greatest thing, but you can definitely learn to love it. I think a lot of people have like really good like ways of drawing hands. Mine's not like that great. I have to like study more. But you can't use your hand as a reference. Oh my god. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. So I have a partner, and most of the time I use him as a reference because I think his hands are prettier than mine. So I lucked out. I think my hand drawing skills are at like a solid 6 or 7. not great, but like not like entirely wrong, I would say. If you can't find your art style, I would just say don't worry about it. I think just draw what you... just mimic. Mimic until you figure something out for yourself. It's not like a bad thing to like mimic a style. Here's a popular style I feel like a lot of people mimic, and this is fine because like they usually make it their own, right? Don't like copy it, but like kind of try to learn from the way the person draws. But the style in question is the persona art style, because there's really strong dark lines, and it can be really fun to try to add that to your style. Oh, and of course use references for your hands. Don't be like me, I just kind of like guess. I only do it like this because I try to do my stuff fast and for learning. I'm a huge inspiration for you. Thank you so much. You guys are inspiring to me, so I feel honored that you guys think that I'm inspiring. I don't know if I'm that. I'm trying my best. I try my best. Thank you. I'm trying not to be so self-deprecating. So, I'm just gonna keep continuing on here. Just cleaning up various areas. A little bit focused, yeah. So I would definitely describe what I'm doing now as similar to painting. Except I have like, you know, a lot of digital benefits and advantages because I have layers and all that stuff. But I am painting over the hands that I drew earlier. I won't finish the hands in this particular sitting. Sorry, not sitting right now, but just wanted to add some form to it. So here's the before and the after. Just adding a little bit of form so that it's easier for me when I return to it. Yes, this live stream will be up later for your viewing pleasure. Okay, so now I'm just going to work on her overall like outfit. Why is it important to flip your canvas? It's so that you can see your mistakes more easily. If it looks good flipped, then you can be pretty confident it'll look good in its normal setting. And because when we're so used to looking at something, and this also occurs when you're like looking at something for too long in general, you might not be able to see the mistakes that might be like in plain sight because you've been looking at it for so long. They're so iconic to myself. I feel so like honored that you guys think that. I feel like I like drawing eyes too. My day is going great. How's your day? How's everybody's day? Seeing artist live streams is extremely encouraging. I have a lot of fun just like watching people draw. One of my favorite kind of content to watch is I don't know, I play a lot of League of Legends, and one of my favorite things with League of Legends is the splash arts. The splash art is basically kind of like a wallpaper type of illustration for the skins. And a bunch of the artists that work at Riot Games, which is the creator behind League of Legends, they post their full-time like processes of drawing the splash arts on YouTube. You can find pretty much anything. You just type League splash art time-lapse or whatever's, and they are very, very informative. And for all of the general questions, just so you guys know, I will be answering them at the start of every hour. So right now we are at 24 minutes and 30. So at hour 1, I will be doing Q&A. So if I don't answer your question now, just save it for then and I'll answer you then. And thank you very much for just joining in and just hanging out and watching me draw. Right now I am just gonna focus on drawing so that the VOD viewers that are watching this in a later time, they can skip easily to the parts that they want to hear or the parts that they want to see. We're gonna work on the so loading a bit. So here's a tip I can give you guys. Don't share this with anyone. This is my secret tip. I'm just kidding. Since I'm live streaming, you guys are going to be able to see this anyway, so I don't mind sharing it with you guys. I like to take the lasso tool and I like to cut out like shapes and wrinkles on the clothing. Not like that interesting, but I'll show you where the magic happens in a little bit. So I'm just gonna cut out some like little wrinkles in the shadow parts here. I'll do something different for the parts that are in the light. So just lasso, like kind of just random shapes, doesn't matter. Make a new layer for this as well, so you can like edit it easily. And okay, so this is probably different for Photoshop and everything else, but I'm just going to take the gradient tool that we have here. I'm going to take the base color that we have, make it like a little bit darker, and use the foreground. I have it about 89 opacity. This works better if it's a lower opacity than 100. And I'm just going to do like a gradient shadow like that. And not very obvious at the moment, but I'll make it darker. And you just get like a little gradient on the shadow. And I just do this for like various parts of the drawing. And you can just like cut it out easily. Like that. And I do this because I like variation in my shadows. I like, for example, this color is going to be different than this color, right? I like that. And it makes your drawing have more visual interest when it's not just like the same shadow color throughout. And you can just easily edit it because it's on like a different layer. And the current layer. And you can just define those shapes and those colors that you made more. And just use your like eyedrop tool. I have mine bind it to a keybind. So eyedrop and then brush, eyedrop, brush, like that. And you get some visual variation throughout all of your drawing. So now I'm gonna do the light part, which is gonna have like a different color than the rest of it. Cut out some random shapes, and you do want to like generally follow like the idea of where wrinkles should be, but it also just works to just create random shapes because you might get some like very interesting visual interest that you might not get if you're just like following the rules too closely, if that makes sense. So and again, I'm just using a round circle brush. Nothing special. Sometimes I have it at a lower opacity, so I have one that's at a low opacity and one's at a strong opacity. No difference besides the opacity. I want to make the pie a little bit different. A lot of people ask me like what kind of style I have, or they want to look this up. What kind of keywords would you need to put in, I guess. I have a painty, semi-realistic style. I think that's how I would describe it. So if you're ever looking to like find people with a similar process, just look up like digital painting. I think that's quite similar to what I do. I haven't tried Ibis Paint, but I definitely planning to try it. Don't worry about being late. I'm just happy you're here. Thank you so much for showing up. So what you see me doing a lot is I'm eyedropping a color and then brushing it over. And if you want to do this, I recommend you have a keybind for both your brush and your eyedrop, so it's faster for you. So... Sorry, her boobs grew. Trying to get the positioning of it right. Well, I think that looks better than it was before. Now I'm gonna work on the jacket. So I'll just do like the same little lasso technique I showed you guys. So it's just creating a shape here. And how I generally want the folds to look. I kind of want it to look like it's super wrapped up at her wrist area. So that's what I'm gonna do. Make it look like it's quite like a baggy jacket. So one of the things I try to do whenever I'm doing a drawing, I try to ask myself, okay, is this for like learning or is this like for some sort of purpose, right? So for example, if it's a purpose like a commission, then obviously you want to make sure it's really like perfect and all that stuff. But if it's just for learning, if it's just for practice, if it's just for doing whatevers, then try not to be so hard on yourself with it being perfect. With this drawing for me, like I don't have a purpose for it, right? I'm just drawing for you guys. So I'm not trying to be perfect with it. I just want to show you guys my process of drawing. So I'm going to try to let go of being a perfectionist and just try to like quickly do it and then move on to the next thing so I can learn something else. You know what I mean? So it's important to know when to like allocate your resources, like your time or your effort. So don't feel like everything needs to have like the same amount of effort. So now I'm just going to add the little gradient again. Hi everyone! And so now I have a little bit of like a little texturing of the wrinkles here. And then I'm just going to use the colors that I have because it's gradiented, right? And it's going to be different throughout. And just define it. So I'm gonna use my dense watercolor tool here because my dense watercolor has a sharp end, and I find these are kind of nice for like wrinkles, especially like triangular shaped wrinkles. So I'm just gonna use this. You can see it has like a nice little edge. And occasionally use my little right now. I'm just going to kind of like get rid of all of these sketchy lines that I have all throughout the drawing. Kind of like erase them away by painting them over. The little hoodie here. Take the shadow color and add the this part of the hoodie over her shirt. Like that. Right, I'm gonna get ready to finalize some coloring elements, but before I do that, I'm just gonna clean up all of like the stray lines. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, I'm a little bit focused if you guys are curious. Why isn't she talking? I'm in the zone. You shouldn't feel ashamed about using references. I think references are like really important. I always like kind of like kick myself a little bit because I'm like, I used to not use references, and because of that, I developed like a lot of stupid like habits of drawing things the wrong way. And it takes a lot more to unlearn those things than to like just learn it the right way from the beginning. Is Gloomy a bot? He's not. I swear he's not. That is a real person, but he talks like a bot, so I'm sorry.
I am a bot.
Oh my god. Exactly what a bot would say. Alright, I can't defend him anymore. That's on him then. You're drawing Kiana from Honkai Impact? Ooh, have fun. I don't know the character, but I know Honkai Impact has like some really pretty characters. Okay. Making her horns a little bit bigger. There. I'm satisfied with that size. No, I messed it up. Okay. Okay, going to keep going. Yeah, why am I drawing so many straight lines right now? Yeah. Just cleaning up the edges of everything. The details of Genshin Impact characters are so much. Have you tried like just drawing them in like casual outfits? It would be like a fun little challenge and like easier, I guess. If I get this drawing close to finished or finished by the end of stream, I'm gonna give myself a cookie. It's smart. Yeah. Go do it. It would be really fun. That's what I used to do when like the characters' details were just they're too much. Can't. So, in about 10 minutes, I will do another Q&A session. If you guys have any questions for me, I'll take a pause and try to answer anything that I can. So if you had some like burning questions earlier that I couldn't answer, that would be the time in 10 minutes, okay? When the timer at the bottom right hits 1 hour, I will begin the session. Welcome, Rosie. Thank you for joining the stream. Thank you, welcome back, Creamy. Oh my god. That is a human being. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee right now. I'll let you include me back. What a great bot! Oh my god! I'm curious. So I'm using my keyboard quite a little bit. Not that often, but a little bit during this stream. Can you guys hear it when I'm like pressing Control Z and stuff? Or like just using hotkeys? I am so sorry if my keyboard sounds like meh. I've been wanting to get a new one for a while. I like keyboard sounds too. I just wish mine sounded a little bit better. It's kind of like... it annoys me sometimes. Some people are like, oh, I only care about the aesthetic. For me, it's all about sound. If it doesn't sound nice, I'm just like... ugh. Okay, I think I cleaned up most of the little thingies I wanted to clean up, so here is... this will be... I'm just gonna call this my first paint over pass. So the first paint over pass. This is the before and after. So you guys can see that there has been a significant amount of cleanup, a little bit of paint over. Do you not name your layers? You do not want to see my layers right now. They are very bad. But I'm like a visual person, so when I look at the layer image, I actually can tell exactly what each layer is. Sometimes I name them though. If it's like for work, like that's pretty important. So yeah, before and after paint over. That will be my first paint over pass, and I'm gonna do a second one. This will probably be the final paint over pass, and this is just for adding additional details, cleaning up, and just making it look good. Rendering to perfection, but this time I'm not gonna try to be that perfect. And also in 2 minutes, I will be answering Q&A questions if you have any questions. So let me know then. You have 13 layers. You need to check every single one for lighting. If you use like layer modes, it could be kind of hard to see it, but sometimes I just use normal layers, so. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to just render her face. Thank you so much. You guys inspire me. Hi, Frogtoe. When did I start drawing? Since I was really little. I've been drawing for a while. When I'm doing softer painting, I like to use my low opacity round brush. Like I said, I don't really use anything special or spectacular. I just use this round brush. I feel like it gives the best texture. And texture is the thing that I aim for the most. Oh, okay. Well, we are at 1 hour, so let's answer some questions if you guys have any questions for me. So if you are a VOD viewer, you're watching this after the stream, and you don't care about the questions, just skip to the timestamp of like 1 minute and 5 minutes. I should be done around then. Okay, so let's see. For the reading process of VTubing, do you have any tips and what program do you use? I've inspired you to make your own VTuber. You're done drawing here, so I want to check before I write here. There's if you're doing a live 2D model or a 2D model, there's only one program you can use that works really efficiently. Live 2D Cubism. Do I have any tips? I have a whole recommendation playlist on my page if you're curious. Tells you everything you need to know before you get into rigging. So on drawing backdrops. Yeah, just kind of like don't go straight for a background. Try easing yourself into it by using like background elements or props. So for example, maybe you're drawing a really cute character. You can draw like little lollipops and cakes, like props behind them. Animes I recommend for people to watch. Oh, I'm really not good at this. I watched a few episodes of Chainsaw Man. It was before I drew Power. I wanted to see what she was like. It was pretty good. I liked it. Let's see. I'm so sorry. The scrolling is like messing up. How do you live without zooming in too much? So I actually was a zooming in fiend. I think my partner can attest to this. I would zoom in all the time. It was like awful. It was like I was like, I don't know. Anyone that has like issues like watching things, you would be like so, your eyes would hurt so much by watching me zoom in and out. So what I learned is that when somebody's looking at a drawing online, I know this is sad, but this is the truth, so you guys should hear it. People just scroll past it and they just look at the thumbnail. They do not care about the details. They will not see the details because it's so small in the thumbnail, right? So I learned the only thing that matters if you care about posting your art online, of course the details matter, but first things first, you gotta get the person to click on it. And they're gonna only click on it if the thumbnail is good. Then they'll look at the details. But if they don't even get to the clicking part, nobody will see the beautiful details you put all your hard work into. So I always try to draw zoomed out, or if not zoomed out, I have a separate window, or you can see on the top right, I have a little navigator. Whenever I'm drawing, I'm always looking at that little screen, the little thumbnail, and making sure it looks good in the thumbnail. So do that. Do that. Did I ever go to art school? No, I do not. But I did take a few classes, art classes. It was sponsored by Colosso, and I have those videos on my channel. If you're curious. Do-do-do-do. How did I come up with personas design? I have a video on that on my page. It's under like VTuber design or my persona design. I've never played Project Sekai. Did I know that I'm pretty? I think I'm okay. I think I have a cute little green hair girl. Do you get upset or uneasy when people copy your art style? I do not. I don't really care. Well, it's not that I don't care. I think it's like there's no point for me to feel upset by that, because if I inspired that person, that's a good thing. But if you feel upset by it, just know that, you know, art styles are dynamic. They're going to grow and change, and you're going to grow and change. So you don't need to feel so attached to it. Just always feel like, well, it's fine that they're copying that art style because I can get better. My art style is going to evolve. I'm going to get way better. So that's how I like to think about it. How do you make the face shadow not look completely weird? Don't overdo it. Don't over render the face. I know it sounds kind of like, huh? But why? But actually, faces look a lot better the least that you do to it. Whenever I watch like really great artists, I noticed that I feel like they spend the least time on the face. So That's what I would recommend. Just get the placement correct and you are good, I feel like. Do I do traditional? I do traditional sometimes. Will you become a VTuber? Maybe. Maybe I will. Have I ever watched Arcane? I did. I loved it. Okay. I'm going to answer the final questions that I see, so I'm going to stop the Q&A here. Any new questions I won't be asking, but the old ones that were there that I see right now, I'll answer them. As someone with struggling with perfectionism, I struggle getting started because I don't like how it looks. Any tips? Oh, I guess I struggle with getting started too. I feel like it's so like it would be dumb of me to just say just start, but the best way to just kind of like get yourself to do something is to just turn off your brain and just like I put a timer, and once the timer starts, I start. Yeah. And it's hard, but you know, it will get easier the more you do it. So if it's really, really hard right now, just do a little bit at a time and work yourself up to it. What's my favorite song? Did you guys watch Turning Red? I've been listening to this like live performance of like the Four Town Boys on loop for like hours for the past like week and a half. I guess that's my favorite song at the moment. Do I plan on having a Discord server? Probably not. Not at the moment. Tips on pose drawing or lighting? Gesture drawings. Just draw like a bunch of like different poses that you see like in IRL or just like poses that are like from like little pose reference books. And it's the most important thing in drawing. Having fun, I think. And how long does a fully this is the last question. How long does a fully rendered drawing take? For me, 4 to 8 hours depending on the scale. So that's I'm gonna end the questions there. So VOD viewers, sorry I'm a little bit 2 minutes late, but we're gonna get back on track on drawing. Thank you guys for your questions. I will do a final session at the 2-hour mark. Thank you, thank you. We're gonna go back to rendering our girl Power. Hopefully this will be the final hour that I work on her. If not, it'll probably be so close to done that I'll only do like minor touch-ups after stream. And then we'll vote on who I draw next time for the next stream. So if you're a Wayfinder, which is basically the name of my channel members, you get to vote on the character I draw next on stream. So you can thank them for whoever I draw. Or you can go after them, like, why'd you vote for that? And Wayfinders, they have little icons next to their name showing that they are subbed. I plan on streaming more. Yeah, I do. I will plan to stream more. When I can. Thank you guys for your questions, for hanging out, showing up, keeping the chat lively. I really appreciate it. So right now I am just doing the second pass on the rendering, and this will probably be the last pass. So just focusing on clarity and making it look nice. Good luck, OC. Awesome. Background music making you fall asleep. I found instrumentals like this to be like kind of inspiring, but definitely can make you relax too. So, best of both worlds. I like things that sound magical and helps me draw. I'm drawing Power from Chainsaw Man at the moment. Hi, idea. Frankie! Welcome to the stream. Use some layer modes here for her eyes. Makes it easier. Hi Tora, Nage Tora. I'm gonna use an airbrush here for the outside of her eye. I like to soften the outer ring a little bit. Oh yes, I draw on 600 DPI. It's a lot, you don't need that much. I do it because it's out of habit because I do a lot of like huge like projects and works. So you don't need to copy that from me. It's just something that I personally do for work. Welcome back, IDK. Shout out from the horns are so satisfying. I want to get to that part and do some more. Oh. Then redo those little eye shinies. Right. Work on these eyes. Yeah. Trying to put like extra care into things like the eyes because that's what's gonna stand out the most about the piece, so I'm just going to add like lots of extra little details to it so it's really pretty. But obviously just make sure that it looks good in thumbnail first and foremost. So I'm always making sure I look at my little navigator at the top right. Make sure it looks good in thumbnail. First and foremost. And then... So there's no point adding something if it doesn't make it look better in the thumbnail. Even if it looks good as a detail. Like, it doesn't matter if it's like not good in the thumbnail. Sorry, if you're not really caring about posting your art online, you don't need to do that. You don't need to care about that stuff. Like, but I know a lot of people care about posting their art online, so that's just like a little tip I have if you want to like post your art online. Just make sure you pay attention to the thumbnail image. And by the thumbnail image, I mean just like how it looks like when it's small. I know that not everybody's gonna want to do this amount of like eyelashes. I just really like eyelashes. So excuse me if I go overboard. Like my favorite thing to draw, so I want to have some fun too. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna add a linear burn layer and add some like darkness around the eye. This is just an easy way to do it. I didn't really want to like go over and like paint it over. Like the top layer of it, I want to have some little bit of darkness. Yeah, it's like a shadow, but like with a nice saturation to it. Going to turn that down a little bit so it's not as crazy. Maybe add like a little like a going on there. And going to add some more definition to her eyelid. Going to just create just like a line. Cute little line. And that should be done. I'm gonna move on to the hair now. Like 30 minutes, but it's fine. We're trying not to be a perfectionist, right guys? So let me try my best here. I grab a brush with a little bit of a sharp edge like that. Okay, and now we just fine the hair. Do I stream regularly? I wouldn't say regularly, but occasionally. This is my second stream on YouTube. But before YouTube, I did stream a little bit on Twitch. Muchiro! Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I've been so quiet. I've been hardcore focusing, guys. Sorry. Sometimes you just get in the zone, you know? And when you get in the zone, I just try to roll with it. You got jump scared? Sorry. I'm like, all of a sudden I'm talking, and it's like, what the heck? Okay, so we have got approximately 18 minutes left to finish the rest of this drawing, and then we're gonna do another Q&A session. So I'm gonna start from the most important things first, so let's work on those hands. Right now I'm just gonna add a little bit of more coloring texture, a different tone all across the drawing, so I have an easier time working on it. My favorite Genshin character is Venti. He is the cutest, he is the best. I love him. To be honest, I only ever go online on Genshin to like pull for Venti. So I have like 3 copies of him at the moment, so whenever he comes back, hopefully I can get another one. But I try to just do it out of like using like the free Primo gems, so. Have a good one, Aurora. Thank you for stopping by. Hot take Venti over Zhongli. Uh-oh. Gonna start a fight in the chat. Although I do agree with that sentiment. Hold up, hold up. It's Clippy a bot. Clippy is not a bot, but please try not to talk too much about like personal private stories. Just like because it's not like the vibe of the stream. I don't like to talk about like predators or like that kind of stuff. Just personally makes me a little bit uncomfortable. No worries. I totally enjoy the fact that you guys are like having conversations amongst yourselves. Just try not to talk about like strange or like kind of like potentially like triggering things. And we should be good. I am not upset at anyone. It's not you guys' fault because I was the one that should be telling you guys what the vibe of the stream is. So thank you guys for just understanding my perspective. We all talk about Genshin. Yeah, of course. As long as it's not like just like drama or like strange like little things. My whole entire like little vibe I like to have is just making sure to keep each other motivated and positive and happy. Because, you know, we've got enough bad places on the internet. We don't need another one. Thank you so much. But I also know I'm just like hard focusing, so you guys are just like doing your job or just chatting amongst yourselves. So thank you. I appreciate that. I am just like hard focus at the moment. Whenever I get to like this point in the drawing, like when it's just like rendering and trying to like see which parts need like extra help, it takes like a lot of like processing power. Why don't you guys charge your phones? Okay, honestly, to be honest, I'm guilty too. I never charge, like, my devices. I feel like my iPad's always dead. Something that helped me is you guys know those charging stands? I don't know why, but that helps me a lot. So ever since I got one, I always keep my phone charged. Because I just leave my phone on the stand and I can also use it at the same time. You like the music? I'm glad. It's by this artist called Titanium. Just like a small artist that makes music. So if you guys want to look them up and support them, give a gander. I like lo-fi. I actually don't like lo-fi, surprisingly. I guess it depends on the lo-fi, but for some reason those do not like help stimulate my brain. I like listening to music that stimulates my brain, but it cannot be too distracting, like pop music where there's like lyrics where you're just like listening to it. So it's like it's hard to find a happy medium. So I was very happy to find like music like this, where it has like kind of like, if you kind of let yourself feel it, you can enter like a different world in your head. Does that make sense? Music that inspires you, so I like that kind of stuff. Genshin kind of falls under that category as well, in my opinion. But I've listened to so much Genshin, like, impact music, I'm like... It's lost its effect for me. You agree lo-fi seems too calm for you? Yes, something about it is just like, it doesn't help. And I don't know why. Classical music definitely helps me too. I like to listen to a bunch of classical music. What video games do you recommend? I wouldn't ask me because I play like League of Legends like every day and it's an interesting game. I feel like if you've never played it, you're like, what could be so bad, right? I'm not toxic. I just like to play ARAM, so I guess that doesn't really mean anything because people are pretty toxic, and the best way to describe it is try hard in ARAM as well, so... But I just play for enjoyment. Because, I don't know. Something about it is fun. Something about it is fun, but I couldn't tell you what. Oh, Twisted Tree Line. You know, I actually really miss it too. Before I got into like games like League of Legends though, I loved JRPGs. Those were like my favorite kind of games to play. And yeah. My favorite series was like the Tales of series, but I really only liked one title from that series, and it was Tales of Vesperia, which is like my favorite game of all time. 95% of the reason you play is because Zaya. Zaya is so... I like her too. She's very sassy and pretty. Rosaria is nice too. I've watched a few of the other games. Never played them myself though. Besides Zillia and Symphonia. Have I heard of Harvest Moon? Oh my god, I love Harvest Moon. But have you heard of Rune Factory? It's like Harvest Moon, but there's like some battle elements. It has fantasy elements. And I think that is my favorite. Because you get like little best of both worlds, you know? You can do little combat and a little bit of like farming. And if you like Stardew Valley, that kind of stuff, you would love it. So cute and so relaxing. You love Rune Factory? Oh my god, I love it. I've always like, I love the art and designs, and Rune Factory 4 was my favorite. But before Rune Factory, I liked Rune Factory Frontier, which is like a remake of the first one. And my favorite characters were like the Iris sisters, the twin vampires. So cute. And I love tomato juice. It was so cute. So I'd like, they only are awake at night, so I'd go to their little tower at night and I'd bring them little like tomato juice. It was so cute. Have I played Omori? I haven't played it because, okay, I have a fear. I don't, okay. It's not that I don't, but I'm scared of getting too emotional because I'm a really, really emotional person. So I'm afraid that it's gonna like make me cry a lot, which I'm sure it will. A similar game that I played was like To the Moon, and it was like, it broke me for like probably a good month. Can't even watch shows without crying. Me neither. So unless I'm in the right headspace for it, I try to like not put myself through that pain. Okay, I am running a little bit out of time, so I'm just gonna really quickly add some final like lines to define and separate little pieces. And most likely I will be finishing this off stream, but it's mostly done because I'm just gonna leave it like in a sketchy form. I'll just do like some finishing touches, which is the same thing I'm doing on stream right now. I'm just rendering, basically, right? So, and I will leave the VOD up for you guys. If you guys are curious. And when I'm finished with the piece, I'll probably upload it on YouTube community, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. I forgot that I've been kind of AFK from like the internet for a bit. I got super sick, and then I've just been recovering ever since. But yeah. Also, reminder, I will be answering questions very shortly. For the VOD viewers who are watching this after the stream, this will be the final drawing session, so if you want to click off now, that's okay. The last part of the stream, I'm just going to be answering questions and hanging out with chat for a bit. And yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed my process of me drawing Power. I tried to do a lot more drawing and a little less talking this time. So hopefully nobody is blaming me in the comments. Why didn't you draw the hands? I'm working on it, okay? Hopefully this system works better for you guys. Alright. I am ready to answer some questions. So if you guys want to give me some questions. And here's where I am with Power. Let's see. A lot of people have been getting sick recently. I always feel like there's waves. Waves of sickness. But I got food poisoning, so it wasn't related. Do you like the artist Phoebe knows? I love her. I've been following her for a long time. I wish I got some of her art books. I think she only has one, but I wish I got that art book. My Genshin main is Venti, but I don't really play Genshin. How long did this take you in total to draw Power? I drew this sketch off screen, so I think that sketch took me about 30 minutes. And the entire drawing over the course of the stream was 2 hours, I guess, but I've been talking a lot, so the process was a little bit funky, so who knows? Maybe 3 hours in total of actual drawing time, but yeah. Let's see. What is the most amount of layers you've had for an illustration? I did this illustration with like a background, a huge background. It took me, I didn't count the layers, but I'm just going to guess it was somewhere like 500 layers. You know Hatsune Miku? I do know Hatsune Miku. I really love her. She's iconic. Tips for rendering? Rendering is a lot easier if you have a really good sketch, and great like form. And yeah, that's what I would say. My favorite artists? I have a bunch of favorite artists. I can't name them off the top of my head right now, but I took a class from Mogun, so his art is really great. Yeah. Prefer drawing in grayscale to color or straight into color? I do both. I believe I did grayscale for, no, I didn't do grayscale for power. I'm sorry, I forgot. I didn't do grayscale for power, but a lot of my older tutorials, you see I draw from grayscale pretty often. Do you want to pull in Genshin? Nobody really. I only ever pull for Venti. Artist that inspired my art style. Ooh. I'm not really sure. I'll get back to you on that. Drawing, do I have tips on drawing the head shape? Yes, kind of. So let's see. I draw a circle on top and then dang, I wish I could describe this better. Let's see. For the head shape, I'd have to draw it. It's hard to explain it without actually drawing it out or having a tutorial. But the best way to do it is like the head shape is like the easiest part. You draw the circle and then you draw like the face shape and the chin under it, right? But the placement of where the eyes, the ears, the nose, the mouth should be, that's the part that you should like care the most about. And just to say in a verbal description, maybe I'll make a tutorial one day in the future, but the eyes are about like 1/3 to halfway down the head, and then the mouth is between the eye and the chin halfway, and then, sorry, not the mouth, the nose would be about halfway, and then the mouth would be about halfway between the nose and then the chin. Did you learn color theory? A little bit, yeah. How do you get through bad art block? I look for inspiration. And the inspiration doesn't have to come from an artistic source. It could just be like TV shows or random YouTubers or just anything like that. Maybe even just going outside and just talking to people. How was the New Year for me? Oh man. Sorry, I had to scroll up. Hope I had a great Lunar New Year. It was really good. I didn't do that much, but my family, my parents, they went to Vietnam and they were like FaceTiming me, all of our family members and stuff, so that was nice. And I went to a temple, which was really nice. I didn't dress up or anything. I didn't wear like an aoyai or anything, but next year maybe I will. And maybe my partner, I'll have him wear like a hanfu. I don't know. I have not played Little Misfortune. Is that like a name of a game? What YouTubers did you watch for inspo learning the basics? Actually, I do have a... Before I even started my art journey into this style, I think I was watching a lot of Coax Illust. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it, but he's a Korean streamer slash YouTuber who shares a lot of his art process. How do you draw hands? There's a bunch of tutorials online that I feel like would be way better at teaching than I would, because I'm not that great at it. What other games do I play other than Genshin? League. That's about it. What advice would you give to someone starting off as a digital artist who wants to post their art on the internet? I would say, like... Depends on your platform. But it depends, right? Depends on your purpose. If you want to grow, consistency is really important. If you want to just share your work with people, then community and interacting with other artists is important. If you just want to just post your stuff, then my best tip is just post whatever and post all the time, and don't care about the likes, don't care about anything like that. Just do it because you like sharing your stuff. How do you practice? You can't find where and how to start, and you feel like you're just memorizing them instead of understanding them. So the current way that I practice is I find make sure it's a real life pose. I find a real life human pose and that I like. I break it down into blocks, like the head is a block, the torso is a block, the arm, and I try to understand it. Sometimes you can trace over that, but first I always like to just try to eyeball it and see if I can figure it out myself. Then I redraw it without the blocks, like the actual anatomy, and then the third time I draw it, so it'll be blocks for one, then just redrawing what I see. The third time I will draw it with my proportions, stylizing it. So however way I draw anime characters, whatever's. And then maybe I'll do it a fourth time, change the pose up to suit my needs. What even is rendering? It's just the process of finishing a picture. Do you ever think you do a video on art tips? I want to do a bunch of stuff. I'm just super slow at videos and making the tutorials because I'm always learning myself, and I'm always what can I teach, because I don't know that much myself, but I'm going to try to get better at that. Do you use blending modes for shading? Yes, I use overlay and multiply the most. And okay, I'm going to finalize some questions here. So I'm going to answer up until Yari, who asked me how do you currently practice. So what's my favorite anime? I don't really have one. What's your favorite thing to cook? I do not cook. The only thing I know how to make is eggs. Yeah, sadly, I don't know how to cook. My favorite thing to eat is sushi, though. How did you get the courage to start a YouTube career? I kind of just worked myself up to it by posting little small things, little small videos, and then made my way up to it. Have I ever drawn an astronaut? I have not. Do you ever get frustrated while drawing? I get frustrated all the time. I feel like that's just part of the process. Just getting mad at yourself. Sorry. Ever read Seasons of Blossoms? I have not. How do you correctly practice? I'm trying to draw head angles, anatomy, and stuff, but oh, okay. I think I answered this before, but let's talk about correctly practicing, right? I think you have to just understand real life, human anatomy, before you go straight into stylizing. And you just have to break it down into where each thing is approximately, because we're always drawing things based on our perception of real life. So that should be your first and foremost your reference, right? Okay, so that's it. That's all I'm gonna answer. Sorry that ran a bit long. I figured I'll just do a little bit longer for this first time for our just trying this new system. Let me know if that worked for you guys, and the VOD viewers, I'm pretty sure, you guys already know it was Q&A time, but that will be all from me today. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. That'll be the end of the stream. I hope you enjoyed my drawing process. It's mostly finished. Maybe I'll just do a few edits here and there, and I'll upload it when I'm finished. Thank you guys. I'll let you know via the community post when the next stream will be. And if you're a wayfinder, you get to vote for what I draw next. So more info on that in the description. Thanks, guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And I'll be signing off now. Bye!